morning. It's a beautiful day in California. It's finally good weather. It's I think 87 at the hottest today, which it's been 90s for a minute now, so I'm glad it's cooling down. I made a coffee. We finally bought a coffee machine. We've never owned one before, so I got an espresso machine and it makes super good coffee. Okay, taste test.
Taste test?
Uh-huh.
It's good. I like it.
I put brown sugar and then heavy whipping cream.
Yeah, it's fire. I like it.
Today's gonna be a pretty chill day. I have to put the sunroof back on my car. In the last video I took it off because we were doing the roof seal on it and I kind of just kept messing up, and because it was so hot the glue kept drying up. So I took it in the house and kind of did it as best as we could in there. It's all dry now. Let me show you guys what it looks like. The only hard part, or the part that I didn't like about it, was that the edges were kind of hard to seal down. So we had to tape it and then put weights on it, but it wasn't that big of a deal. It was just hard in the moment because you try to do it before the sealant dries up. But it looks like it laid down pretty flat. It's actually super easy to put the sunroof in. I thought it would be really hard, but it's only 6 screws and they're all 10 millimeters. It's just right here. There's 3 on this side and then 3 on the other side. And then you pop off this little cover and then it comes right off. We're taking a little trip to Harbor Freight because Blaine is working on a different video, so he needs rib nuts, and that's it.
Rib nut, the tool.
Oh, just the tool?
Yeah. Should be a really quick in and out thing.
Okay.
Okay, so now I don't know if I want to get like the good one, but the dilemma that I'm having is that this, you go like this.
Oh, you might not have enough
And there's no
space
space underneath the truck. Got the goods.
What is that? I want to see.
It's a coin, but it's huge and I don't know what it is. Looks like it's from a necklace or something.
Oh. Got the goods?
Yep. Alright guys, so I had to make a quick stop off at Harbor Freight. I'm gonna show you guys exactly why, but pretty much I needed a rib nut and some bolts.
The sunroof is on now. I just moved it back to just make sure that it had clearance on the side and the top and everything. The next thing I want to do is see if it's actually waterproof. So we moved the cars around.
No, I moved the cars around, not her.
Okay, Blaine moved it, thank you.
You're very welcome.
So he brought his cars out so we can double check and see if it works good.
You're gonna wet it first, or you're just gonna go with the water hose? Maybe you want to sit in there and then I'll pour water.
Okay.
Because you was gonna just wash it and then after you're done, be like, oh shoot, it was all wet in the car now.
Okay. I guess that's a better plan.
Yeah, I think so too. Are we ready to do the water thing?
Yeah.
Oh, gee, you don't tell me.
Oh.
Crazy. And now let me get the water.
Okay, go grab it. Originally, I was just gonna wash the car and check later if it leaked or not, but Blaine said it's ready to do a test run, so he's gonna grab some water, and then I'm gonna see on the inside if it leaks, because you can see, I guess, all around the seal over here, so it should be pretty easy to see if it leaks or not. Huh? Okay. Okay, I think it should be good.
How was it?
I think it works. You can see it though fall onto the sides, but then it rolls off into the window.
What do you mean?
Like there's a There's a spot over here that you can see the water fall into it, but then it rolls out to the side.
Oh.
Is that how it's supposed to be?
I think so.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to do that.
It's supposed to do that?
There's a drain hole here.
Oh, okay.
And then, oh yeah, there's a tube that runs in here, remember? And then it jumps out to the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's supposed to do that. Okay, yeah, you see? Look, the water's coming out from underneath the car now.
Oh, okay.
So it drains out. From there, it drains down
To the
out
bottom?
the bottom.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, some of it came out through here. Is that good?
Out through where?
Ah, it's rolling down the window.
Oh, I might have just dumped too much water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're gonna wash it because this car hasn't been washed
In 20 years?
In a good year, a solid year.
A good year, not Firestone. Car wash time. Cue the B-roll.
The car is clean. It looks really, really good. I'm super happy that this thing is actually making it waterproof because it was so hard for the longest time to wash the car because you couldn't really get the roof wet, so we kind of just spray around it. So now it's perfect. Blaine is also working on a little project.
I'm working on the ECU right now. No, so an issue on these older Toyota ECUs is that the capacitors start leaking and it causes all kind of issues with the car. Right now, Christine's having an issue with her car with the idle, and I'm not entirely sure what could be wrong, but I do know that the ECU, if the capacitors leak, which they do leak a lot on the LS400s and just the older 90s Toyotas, the ECU starts leaking. You know, these cars are kind of old nowadays, so it's about time that we go through the ECU. But I'm looking at this one right here, and it looks clean. It doesn't look like any of them are leaking.
Which one is the capacitor?
So these round things.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they don't look like they're leaking. I'm not entirely sure if we are not seeing it, but I don't see any seepage. Just
what color is it supposed to be?
It's clear. It'll be like clear fluid, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I did order some capacitors to replace these. We do have two ECUs. So we're gonna go ahead and swap the capacitors out just to do it because they're already old, and then see if that fixes the issue, which we're really hoping it is because I don't know what's wrong. I mean, everything looks okay. The only other thing that we can do is to tear apart the wiring harness because if you guys remember, a few times the car has actually caught on fire. Yes, more than once. So a lot of it was in the engine bay, and you know, once we got the car running, we kind of didn't.
We were like, it's good, leave it.
Yeah, we didn't really dig too much into it. But now that some gremlins have started popping up, we're gonna go ahead and try to solve them. But like I said, right now the biggest thing is the idle. It holds idle, but it's kind of like rough. So we're gonna go ahead and try to figure that out. But like I said, the first thing that we're gonna do is try to change out these capacitors and see if that does anything. But yeah, so that's pretty much what's to come. Like I said, we're just knocking things off on the list for this car. It doesn't really need much because the car is quote unquote finished. I know projects are never finished, but for now, it's pretty much well put together. So we just want to fix these little gremlins and go down the list and check off these minor things that are causing us issues. But we did get the sunroof still installed, which is pretty awesome because now the car does look more complete. I feel like this is the only thing that kind of made the car look a little jank in my opinion. but you know what I mean, because it wasn't like a complete set. Like it was there was a gap because the seal wasn't there, you know.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of with the SE versions, the cars with the sunroof, that's a big issue because the fiberglass trim deteriorates over time and it doesn't stay in place. It comes off the glass and stuff. So with this full rubber piece, I think it looks more complete. So now she just needs to go in with a razor blade or some steel wool and clean off the glass, and then it'll look nice. Because right now you can see all the stuff.
I know. I thought I did it good, but there's a whole lot left.
Just go with steel wool. Steel wool will take it right off.
Okay, yeah.
Don't scratch the glass. But other than that, she got a sunroof seal on there. The
Yay.
bundle looks cherry now, so I'm excited for her because I know that she's excited to have it done. We did wait a really long time, but it was one of those like group buy-in things. And there hasn't been a solution so far for this until recently. So I'm glad that we were able to get one ahead of time and make the car look complete again. So yeah, I think it's pretty cherry.
Oh, damn, it sticks so hard. The magnet is sometimes too good on this camera. I found some steel wool, so I'm gonna do it now before I forget. Or I'm gonna do it now because I know if we don't do it now, I'm just gonna leave it forever. There's not too much adhesive that was left over. It's just the rest of the ones that the razor blade couldn't get. Wow, brand new!